Welcome to Animal DNA, our extraordinary expedition through the animal kingdom. We'll explore the unique traits and characteristics of animals of all kinds, how species relate to one another, and ways in which they survive and thrive in their diverse environments around the planet. And so our journey begins. Today, we're going to pull out our magnifying glasses and take a closer look at creatures belonging to the Lepidoptera and Coleoptera orders. If you think you have no idea what these creatures are, think again. You've almost certainly encountered them before. They can be found in almost any environment around the world. Let's start with the Lepidoptera order, which consists of butterflies and moths. These arthropods are classified as insects. Arthropods are invertebrates that possess bilateral symmetry, a segmented body covered by a tough, outer protective layer or exoskeleton, and jointed legs. The Lepidoptera order is the second most diverse group of animals after the Coleoptera order, which we'll get to in a bit. Butterflies that flutter around during the day with brightly colored wings are easy to spot, but nocturnal butterflies, like moths, are actually much more abundant. They weigh just under 1/10 of an ounce and measure anywhere from 1 to 12 inches long. They differ from other invertebrate animals in that they possess scales on their wings and bodies, which come in a variety of colors and patterns. The wings of butterflies are quite large in relation to their body and include sensory bristles or hairs along the edges. As with all insects, butterfly bodies are divided into 3 parts: a head, thorax, and abdomen. A butterfly's head features 2 compound eyes, which are complex organs capable of generating images in their brains that reveal the shape and color of objects, as well as long antennae, various sensory organs, and tube-shaped mouths. The thorax is divided into 3 segments, and each segment has a pair of legs. Butterflies have olfactory organs in their feet that allow them to taste food by landing on it. Butterflies breathe through a tracheal system common to all insects. Attached to the thorax are the most attention-grabbing part of the butterfly, its wings. The wings of a butterfly are quite large in relation to its body and include sensory bristles or hairs along the edges. The wings are also covered in scales, which come in a variety of colors and patterns. The scales aid in thermoregulation and are responsible for pheromone production. Pheromones are used to attract members of the opposite sex. Scales and patterns are also essential in that they help camouflage butterflies. This way they can evade predators and blend in with their surroundings. The butterfly's abdomen is divided into 10 segments, with membranes that allow for articulated movement. Butterflies are found on all continents except Antarctica, and they can live in any terrestrial habitat, from deserts to tropical forests. They are often found in flower-laden open areas, as flowers serve as an important food source. Most Lepidoptera species feed on nectar obtained from flowers. They usually only appear when plants are flowering. However, caterpillars, which are the larval stage of butterflies, feed only on leaves. Both adult butterflies and caterpillars serve as food for a wide range of animals. Their fragile, soft bodies make for easy prey. Butterflies are hunted by birds, lizards, amphibians, dragonflies, and spiders, while caterpillars are targeted by birds and small mammals. As with bees, butterflies help pollinate flowers. During their feeding process, they carry pollen from flower stamens from one flower to another. Butterflies generally live a solitary life, except when they must migrate or reproduce. Butterflies are oviparous, meaning they lay eggs. To transform from a fertilized egg to a fully formed adult butterfly, Lepidoptera must go through a process known as metamorphosis. Larvae hatch out of fertilized eggs. In this stage, Lepidopteras are known as caterpillars. Their elongated bodies are capped off with multiple legs. Depending on the species, larvae can take a couple months to several years to fully develop. Once a larva is fully developed, it forms a chrysalis or cocoon, which in many species may be covered with silk. It's inside this chrysalis that important developments occur in the mandible. It's also when the wings emerge. Around 8 to 12 days, an adult butterfly emerges from the cocoon. Once in full adult form, butterflies generally only live a couple weeks. We'll be right back with more animal DNA. Welcome back to Animal DNA. Let's see if you can answer this trivia question. What is a butterfly's long mouthpiece called? Proboscis? Spirochete? Grinder? Chewing machine? If you answered proboscis, you're right. Now let's explore some of the many different species of butterflies. The order Lepidoptera includes 34 superfamilies and 24,000 distinct species, although it is very likely that there are even more. Here are a few intriguing species of smaller butterflies, all measuring about 1 to 3 inches in wingspan. The slender white Leptidia sinapis, or wood-white butterfly. As the name suggests, these dainty butterflies have a white body and wings with some silver streaks. They are found throughout Europe and Asia, where they live in meadows and fields. Populations have declined during the last decade. The purple hair streak, or Favonius quercus, can be found fluttering around Europe. They nest in trees, where they form extensive colonies. Like other butterflies, they feed on nectar and are more prevalent in the summer. Males have brown or dark gray coloration, while females have blue or purple markings on their 2 upper wings, hence the name. The Duke of Burgundy, or Hemiris lucina, can be found in Spain and England. They also live in colonies in meadows and forests. They have black bodies marked by a pattern of orange spots. However, in caterpillar form, they are white with black spots and some hairs. The red admiral, or Vanessa atalanta, live in the forests of North America, Asia, and Europe. They are a migratory species. Their wings are a pattern of brown and orange with white spots. The small blue, or Cupido minimus, is, as you might guess, another species of small butterfly. They are found throughout England, Scotland, and Ireland, and can frequently be spotted in gardens, meadows, and near roadsides. Their wings are dark gray or silver, with some bluish areas near the body. When folded, the wings appear white or light gray with darker circular spots. Orange-tip butterflies, or Anthocharis cardamines, exhibit a white coloration with orange-tip wings when they are spread out, hence the name. However, when their wings are folded, they appear as a bright combination of greens, which allow them to blend in and camouflage with plants. They can be found across grasslands and areas of abundant vegetation in Europe and Asia. The peacock butterfly, or Aglacio, lives in England, Scotland, and Ireland, and can be found in multiple habitats. Combinations of brown, orange, yellow, black, white, and blue create patterns that resemble eyes. The appearance of large eyes on their wings is useful for scaring away predators. The question mark butterfly, or Polygonia interrogationis, gets its name from the silver mark on the underside of its hind wing, which resembles a question mark. They can be found throughout southern Canada and reach as far south as Florida. They inhabit urban areas where trees are interspersed with open spaces. On the other end of the size spectrum is the Atlas moth, or Attacus atlas, one of the largest lepidopterans in the world, which is found in the forests of China, Malaysia, and Indonesia. Their wings reach up to an impressive 12 inches long, with color patterns including red, green, and cream. The white witch, or Thysanea agrippina, is also sometimes called the ghost moth, and when you see it, you'll know why. They're spooky looking with white wings that are topped by a confusing pattern of wavy black lines. They can also grow to around 12 inches, and like most moths, they are nocturnal. The blue morpho butterfly, or Morphoarpedon, measures up to 8 inches long and has an exotic bright blue color, which is an extremely rare color to find in nature. They can be found in the forests of Central and South America, where they live among bushes and feed on caterpillars and flower nectar. The monarch butterfly, or Danau plexippus, is one of the most recognized butterfly species in the world. They are known for their beautiful appearance, characterized by their orange wings etched with black lines and white dots. They live in North America. The wingspan of a full-grown monarch can reach nearly 5 inches. The owl butterfly, or caligo, is one of the largest butterflies in South America. They reach a wingspan of 7 inches. They have 2 large spots, one on each wing, which resemble owl eyes, which can keep predators at bay. Their coloration consists of brown, white, and yellow. The emerald swallowtail, or Papillopolyneris, is a butterfly that belongs to the Papillonidae family. They are native to Southeast Asia and can be found in Burma, Malaysia, Sumatra, and Borneo, Indonesia. The top sides of their wings are covered with green scales, and their backsides vary from dark green to black. They can reach up to 4 inches long. When observing the zebra longwing butterfly, or Heliconius charathonia, it's hard not to picture a zebra. This is due to the curious pattern on their wings, or black and white stripes, reminiscent of this African mammal. Their wingspan ranges from around 3 to 4 inches long. They were named the official butterfly of Florida in 1996. The orange oak leaf, or deadleaf butterfly, Calima inachus, looks like a leaf when it lands on the trunks of trees. With their wings folded up, they appear to be the color of a dry leaf, which allows them to go completely unnoticed by predators. However, when they open their wings, an array of bright colors such as blue, red, or yellow are revealed. Their wingspans range from around 3 to 4.5 inches. Other beautiful species include the neon yellow cloudless sulfur, or Phoebus sinai, the monarch-looking sleepy orange butterfly, or Eurema nisip, and the common bluebottle, or Graphium arpedon, which contains 15 types of photoreceptors in their eyes. The survival of many butterflies, as well as other pollinators like bees, have been threatened by our overuse of herbicides and insecticides. We need to work together to protect these beautiful works of nature. We'll be right back with more Animal DNA. Welcome back to Animal DNA. Let's see if you can answer this trivia question. True or false? Insect called Greta odo is a butterfly. If you answer true, you are correct. Now let's turn our attention to another family of insects, the Coleoptera order. There are 392,000 species in the Coleoptera order, more than any other order in the entire animal kingdom. Beetles and weevils make up this order of insects. They are on the small side of the animal kingdom and vary between about 2 to 12 inches long. Depending on the species, beetles can live on land or in freshwater. In many regions, they are considered crop pests. They have rigid shells that protect vital organs and wings, called elytra, which are hardened into wing cases. Beetles undergo a complete metamorphosis over the course of their life. From an egg hatches a larva, which then pupates and emerges as an adult. Some species change little from hatchling to adulthood, but others undergo a dramatic transformation. As with all insects, a beetle's body is divided into 3 parts: the head, thorax, and abdomen. They may have wings or elytra, and they have 6 legs, 3 on each side. They can feed on almost anything: flowers, fruits, small insects, seeds, leaves, fungi, worms, snails, slugs, pollen, roots, decaying material, and more. Beetles are divided into 4 suborders: Ediphaga, Archostomata, Myoxophaga, and Polyphaga. Let's take a look at some individual species. Rhinoceros beetles, or Oryctis nasicornis, are named for the large horn that grows on the male's head. They use this horn to challenge and fight other males during breeding season. Some rhinoceros beetles even have 2 or 3 horns. Potato beetles, or Leptonotarsa decimlineata, live in regions where potatoes grow and are considered potato crop pests. Their bodies are yellow with black lines. They have 6 legs and 2 antennae. They are extremely fertile and reproduce in large numbers, which allows them to survive in spite of predators. Dung beetles, or akatangas, are one of the strongest animals in the world when scaled for size. They can carry over 1,100 times their own body weight. They use this strength to carry dung balls of other animals, from which they feed, and in which they lay their eggs. Once the excrement ferments, the larvae have a place to grow and eat. It's an acquired taste, to be sure, but perfect for the dung beetle. The desert beetle, or Stenocara gracilipes, can live in very dry and hot places without water. They are able to withstand high variations in temperature shifts, which make them suitable to hot desert days or cold desert nights. They have adapted to this hostile environment by not having wings and by retaining the humidity of their body under their casing. They are able to capture the little water there is in the desert thanks to a collecting system. They live in Namibia, where they create little caves underneath the sand dunes. Fig eater beetles, or Cotinus mutabilis, can be found in Mexico and the United States. They stand out for their striking bright green coloration. Like the dung beetle, they also feed on the excrement of other animals. Glorious beetles, or Chrysina gloriosa, are flying beetles found in Mexico and the United States. Scientists believe they are capable of detecting polarized light, which triggers them to change their bright green color to darker shades. And with that, our journey has come to an end. See you next time on Animal DNA, where we humans decode all the secrets of our friends in the animal kingdom to learn more about them and a little bit more about ourselves, too.